Intoxicated Television. We are back with my fucking homie right here, man. Fucking this shit is gonna be fucking crazy. We got a lot to motherfucking talk about.
Straight up.
You want to introduce yourself, brother?
Yeah, my name is Jason. I am the former proprietor of a nice shop in downtown Reno. It was Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Bagels, a short-lived prize and gem in the heart of downtown. And we're going to just cut it up here and figure out what went down, why it went down, how it went down, what's up with Reno.
What the fuck is up with fucking Reno? Okay. All right, man. Welcome to Intoxicated Television, my guy.
Hey.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right.
Malt liquor, why not?
Fuck yeah.
It's great to be on this. For everyone that's watching this, I'm sure you already know Oz is like pretty much one of the coolest fellows in this whole town. He was always one of my favorite, for sure. And yeah, I'm really happy that he asked me to come on here and kind of cut this up.
No, it's fucking cool to have you around, man. Like, this is, I don't even know these stories, so this shit is about to get fucking deep. Like how I start the show is like, what are your earliest memories of music, my guy?
Ooh,
like from childhood shit. Like, what is your earliest like baby shit?
Earliest baby. Well, most of my early days didn't have a lot to do with music. Music kind of came later. And you know, interesting enough, as a small kid in the 80s, you know, I got really into breakdancing and all that stuff and influenced by that stuff, wearing parachute pants and trying to learn tricks and all that shit.
All right.
Which was, you know, it was kind of fun. I was never good at it. But
I remember the parachute pants.
Yeah. And it was like, you know, there's a thing, people bringing cardboard, like cutouts of cardboard to school and calling each other out, the pointing and all the rest of it. And, you know, pop and lock and all that shit.
All right.
Yeah, it was, so there was that. And then, you know, I started kind of listening to more stuff. I started seeing some MTV and, you know, I think the first record I ever bought was, Synchronicity by The Police.
Okay.
Which is kind of a cool record. I still like it. So I'm kind of proud of that. A lot of people's first records they're not so proud of, but I like that one.
That's your first record. And then, like about how old?
I bought that when I was probably, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8, maybe something like that.
All right. So what do you have, like Christmas money or something?
Yeah, it was like fucking mowing lawns and shit, and I saved up a little bit of money so I could buy a record.
All right.
Yeah.
So it was your own money. You were already hustling at 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't birthday money or anything?
No, it wasn't birthday money.
Damn,
no.
You're just going around the neighborhood hustling?
You gotta make, well, you know, so I grew up in Stockton, California.
Oh God.
Yeah. So not a lot of
damn
great promises and things happening in that place. So you got to get out there and hustle and try to figure out how to make your own. So that was the way that went down.
I think I mentioned this before on the pod, but I'm sorry, but Stockton is like the rudest place that I've ever been to in America.
Yeah. Well,
I've been from the east to down south, fucking like the most rudest fucking place I've ever been in the whole country and shit to this point. Like,
yeah, you might still have some more traveling to do.
Like, I'm not bashing the city and shit because we're trying we got homies out there and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I still do.
We might actually be doing a festival out there next month and shit.
Yeah, so come check it out.
If that all works out, but
yeah, Stockton's for real is a dangerous place. To put it lightly. I
didn't really get fucked with. It just, everybody was like hella rude and shit. And I was just like, you know, I'm downtown, like, yo, excuse me. And everybody's just walking by like, man, fuck off. You know what I mean? And I'm like,
mechanism.
I'm just trying to find, like, is there a bar around here? You know what I mean? Like, and everybody was just like hella fucking rude to me, man. And I was there for fucking 2 fucking days. and I finally met this dude that had a sandwich shop. Fuck, I wish I could plug it right now, but I'm not thinking about it. But I can't think of the name. But he was right by the bus station, so I finally found the bus station.
This is the Greyhound next to the crosstown freeway down there?
Yeah. So I was like, I found this guy was setting up, and it said, like, it was a sandwich shop, but it said, like beers on the sign and shit, too. And I'm like, I can get a fucking beer right now and shit. And he's like, yeah, come on in. He was just opening. And fucking, I sat there for like maybe 3 hours and shit, and fucking did a photo shoot, all types of shit, man. Nice. I'm gonna, I'll remember to mention it next time after I figure it out. But yeah, shout out to that guy. But I was there for 2 fucking days. Oh God.
And people weren't nice.
They were not fucking nice.
They were not
I seen
nice.
Weird fucking shit too, man. There was I was, in that main park with the water bridge and shit down there, like the marina thing or whatever.
Yep.
So it's like right down there, and I'm like walking by like early in the morning and shit, and that's a whole nother story. I woke up with a bed bug next to my fucking face and shit.
Ooh.
And I fucking was like. I'm like opening my eyes and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I went and like grabbed they have those like little bags that they put in the little mini trash cans. And I fucking grabbed this fucking thing and I go down to the check people that check you in the office.
Yeah.
And they you can tell Stockton's fucking like,
because they got bulletproof glass.
They got the glass and shit.
Yeah.
And I go down there and like, can I help you? And I'm like, fucking shove the fucking thing. And the lady's like, fucking looking at it. She's like, what is this? And I'm like, it's a fucking bed bug and shit. Like, what the fuck is going on? I fucking like, what is going on right now and shit? Like,
Yeah.
And anyway, by the time I got back up to my room, they already flipped the bed, fucking, like, had all my... And I'm like, what in the fuck? They didn't give me a discount.
No discount. No bed bug discount.
This guy asked me, he already flipped the bed with all my shit in there, like, just my luggage and shit. And he's like, got the whole bed flipped, and he's like, if you can find one more bed bug, I'll give you a refund. And
a full refund?
And I'm like...
You didn't spend a lot of time trying to find another bed bug, though.
I started to, like, by the seams, because, and then I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, hell no, fuck this place.
Right.
I'm like, what the fuck? So I go, that was how I woke up the morning.
Yep.
Then I go to I'm like, get to the fucking park and shit, and nobody will fucking talk to me. And then, they have the fucking sprinklers and shit fucking down there and stuff.
Okay.
There was this dude. Was there
any grass or just sprinklers?
There was grass and sprinklers. And this fucking dude was on his hands and knees fucking in his underwear, barking at the fucking sprinkler and shit.
Oh, that's awesome. Was he also like trying to bite the water?
Yes.
Oh my God, that's awesome. He was a dog. That's what he was. That was his point. He was a dog.
So I'm like, what the fuck is going on in this fucking place, man? Like, holy fucking
Stockton.
Fucking hell, man.
So, one of my best friends, he actually did this graphic novel at one point, and in that graphic novel, he started talking about the origins of Stockton. And I can't remember exactly the name of the massacre, but there was like a significant Native American massacre that took place right there in that place. And there's some people who have the theory, I'm not saying it's necessarily mine or Oz's, but there are some people who hold on to this theory that place is kind of like a very, if you believe in, spirits and entities, and it's around Halloween anyway, so why not? If you believe in that sort of thing, spooky shit, that's a really evil fucking place. And this one guy that I knew when I was on the road at one point, I met him in Vegas. He had the best description of Las Vegas. He was like, if Las Vegas, he said, if there was such thing as Satan and he was going to be somewhere, he would be living underneath the city of Las Vegas, just breathing out bad vibes and then just sucking in all of the bad choices that everyone's making. Stockton is a lot like that, where where you can just feel like there's some evil shit and there's a lot of really shady stuff like going on.
No, for real.
Yeah, and
I mean,
as a
Vegas
result,
is too big, so you can't really like. But Stockton, like,
it's concentrated. It's like it's
and
concentrated orange
dude,
juice.
a lot of stabbings and
yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
Like motherfuckers be like pulling out knives, like fucking at people that are just like coming through town and shit.
No. So for
shit.
a long time,
my homie's fucking car broke down and fucking had to pull it like fucking. They were like ready to go with a knife fight and shit. Like everybody has knives.
No, they're all like flashpoint to violence. And you know, Stockton was like number 1, number 2 murder per capita
in
city
Cali.
In all of actually the U.S. for several years.
For real?
Yeah, like it's not an easy town to grow up in. I'll say it that way.
Damn, I know, man. Like every time I hear, like I know motherfuckers that, like, you know, I got a lot of people that I know from there or have lived there, but the people that I know that like actually like grew up there and shit, like god damn, man, like that's a fucking that's different mentality shit over there, man.
Oh, it's sort of urban war zone in a lot of spots, and
god damn,
you just do what you can to survive.
Holy shit!
Try to keep your head down, but like that's the reason is like all the people there are so rude. It's an armor. It's actually like a security
not
blanket.
Very nice people, man.
Yeah, because they're just like don't engage anyone, because if you engage someone,
crowd out here.
Yeah, that's like if you engage somebody, they could turn out to be the dog guy, and he's going to follow you home and then sit in your front yard, and every time your fucking sprinklers come on, he's going to like strip down in his underwear and try to bite the water and bark at it, right? So you just don't go there.
Okay, man. We got way off fucking track right now. So back to the music. Okay, so you said you bought your first record and stuff.
Yep.
What was
around
it?
7?
Yeah, so like but before that, like what's your earliest memory? Like not the
music?
Yeah.
Probably like a camping trip. Driving to a camping trip with the parents, and I think they were either rocking Redheaded Stranger record by Willie Nelson or a Greatest Hits by the band America. You know that band?
I do.
I think that's probably the earliest stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like road trips and stuff.
Yeah.
Like listening to the radio, like on a trip and stuff.
Kind of like that, yeah.
All right.
8 tracks too.
Like, what about around the house and stuff when you're a little kid? Like,
not a lot of.
Like your parents, they weren't bumping records and stuff, or
no, they really weren't. You know, my parents were an interesting breed. Not really interested in parenting. Not really interested in a lot of things other than their own sort of personal debauchery. So it's kind of a.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to pry.
No, it's fine. You can pry. Like, I think it sums up.
Okay, so you got your first record. Then where do we move on from there? Like,
then I found skateboards.
All right.
Skateboarding to date myself. Somewhere around 1985, I started skating, and my older brother had started at the same time, and he, you know, because he was older, he had older friends that were a little more into music. And that's when I got turned on to the world of punk rock.
All right.
So then it was like, you know, I went from the Police and, you know, whatever might be on the radio to Circle Jerks and Suicidal Tendencies and The Exploited and LA's Wasted Youth.
Absolutely.
And all these like rad early 80s bands and X, you know. And, you know, because I was fucking a young kid and all I cared about was whatever the older kids were doing. I was like, yeah, I'm going to be a skateboarder and a punk rocker, and that's going to be my thing. And, you know, interestingly enough, I never let go of it. I was at the skate park just Not last weekend, but the weekend before.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I'm still. I mean, I'm old as shit, but I can't give it up. So it is what it is.
All right. I think we're around the same age.
I think you're probably younger. Yes, we'll just go with that.
We'll talk about it.
All right. I got more gray hair.
Do you want to call out each other right now? We can do it.
No, because it'll just sound like I'm flattering you, probably.
So, okay. Skateboarding. So you got into it with your brother? Like what? From like school? You seen fucking, or like where did it come from? Like just streets and
I don't know. You know how skateboarding is? It's kind of like a wave thing, right? Like it'll come in to where it's really popular and then it kind of dies out and only the like people that really are like skaters stay with it.
I know, but I'm saying where did you first see it and shit? Like fucking kids were skating by you, or
nah, kids in the neighborhood. Just kids in the neighborhood.
Kids were like skating at school or bringing their skateboards to school and shit. Or
just kids in the neighborhood that we knew, and they would, you know. And
your brother is like what? He's older than you?
Yeah, I have 3 brothers. This one that I'm talking about.
And so you kind of just were like fucking went into it. Together and like fuck yeah, we're gonna be skaters now.
Well, he basically was like, hey, my friends are doing this thing and I want to try it, and he started skating and then I, of course, because I was looking up to him, I was like, oh shit,
right,
he's doing it, that looks cool. So I started doing it too, and
so that exposed you to a lot of the
really
fucking
cool
punk
music.
rock music,
all skate rock,
and all that kind of shit, all the things, like yeah, dude, all the bands you mentioned are like fucking like.
Yeah.
Like I remember like being around probably like the same age and discovering all those fucking bands for myself and shit. So that's fucking dope.
Yeah.
Okay, how about your first concert?
First concert I went to, or first concert I played, or what?
First concert you got to go, the first concert you went to. Do you remember?
I think it was shit. It was some local bands. It was just some little show.
All right.
Just some little show.
It's like a house party or something?
Not a house party. It was at an actual like all ages venue.
Oh, okay, I got you.
But
and about how old?
Shit, I don't know. It would have been 13, maybe 14, somewhere around there.
All right, bet.
Yeah. I don't remember which band it was. Yeah, just some all ages,
That's what's up.
What kind of a Growers Hall kind of what do they call that? Elks Lodge, those fucking places that people can rent out and throw a show at, like that kind of thing.
Okay, so what about the next one? Tell me about the experience for your first show, like. Even though it was like local bands and shit, but you're like, you still are like a little mini teen.
Yeah, totally.
Fucking, did your parents let you go? Did you have to fucking sneak into this shit? Like, how did this go?
No, they were fine with us just cutting out and going and doing something. They as I was saying before, they weren't really that interested in parenting. My brothers and I were kind of left, and this is coining my brother's phrase. We were left in an emotional wasteland. Just to kind of try to figure out how to raise ourselves. So whenever we had something,
figure it out.
When we had something to do that wasn't against the law or causing problems, they were happy that we had something to go do.
All right.
Subscribe to Intoxxikated Television!
Cheers. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.